Well, welcome to Grumpy Wolf Reacts. I am Grumpy Wolf. Today I'm reacting to Harry Mack, Flow State 37 Freestyle Summary. First time checking one of these out, so I do not know what it is, Harry. If you could read the closed captioning that I'm turning off. Howlers, thank you for showing up and showing love as you always do. It means the world to me. If this is your first time on my channel, how I handle my reactions is I do a single playthrough where I pause, I talk, I give my thoughts, feelings, and opinions on the content. If you wish to enjoy this in its uninterrupted form, please check out that link in the description down below. Supporting the artist on their channel is the most important thing you could do for us reactors. We reactors are not a replacement for the artist. We are promoters for the artist. Sorry. Chop's paw is awfully close to the power strip. And I don't need him unhooking anything and canceling the stream. Also, in that description will be links to Discord and Patreon if you wish to join the community and support the channel. Those are the best ways to do so. With all that being said, let's get into the music. I always enjoy Harry Mack.
Flow State Pod. You know what it is. Thanks for tapping in. We here. Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. 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 I let it pour off the dome. Hopped on the podcast with Nora Jones. Knew I was there living my purpose. Playing drums while I'm rapping. Now I'm feeling real nervous. Collaborating right across from a legend. Real music. Yo, that's what she be rapping. So I know I gotta come and rise to the occasion. In my head, hoping it can be something amazing. But honestly, while it was happening, wasn't feeling no sensations. Cause I was in the flow station. Plugged in, y'all. I was tapped into the moment. I built the technique. So now I gotta own it. I honed it back in the laboratory. And now I get to utilize it in this brand new category. I was having fun, having a blast until I left. And suddenly I woke up. Can't catch my breath. What did I do? What have I done? Even though in the moment with her, I felt so warm. It was fun. She was so kind. And the whole team was so great. And I felt in the moment like I was in flow state. But now, feeling terrified, damn near petrified. Hoping that my music might leave you mesmerized. But I'm scared that the tempo was probably shifting. Moving up, moving down, failing on this mission. Felt like I had overcommitted. Up in that moment saying that I would try it, but I really did it. But I don't know if I bullshitted when I said I was ready. I wonder if it's gonna work. I wonder if it will hit heavy. I wonder if I should cut my career off with a machete like I'm done. No more having fun. No more shining in alignment. No more sun. No more UV. This could be the end of my career, truly. Y'all know the voices. Demon.
Damn, 6 minutes. We're going to be here for a minute. Harry has nothing but skill. I think he could rap to the sound of water dripping. As long as it had a steady pace. I think he'd be right there to keep that beat going. I mean, we've seen him like on the Fire in the Booth where he, after the beat stopped, he kept going and he kept the pace because that drummer in him knows how to keep the tempo. And I like how he's freestyling about an experience with an artist that made him feel nervous to be around and working with. Harry always has a way of shifting things to the positive. If you're in a bad mood, you need something to kind of just flip it. Go find something from Harry Mack and listen to it. I have not heard anything that hasn't been a mood elevator. So let me continue.
Up in that moment saying that I would try it, but I really did it. But I don't know if I bullshitted when I said I was ready. I wonder if it's gonna work, I wonder if it will hit heavy. I wonder if I should cut my career off with a machete like I'm done. No more having fun, no more shining in alignment, no more sun, no more UV. This could be the end of my career, truly. Y'all know the voices, demons, all up in our heads that be yelling, screaming. Sometimes it's multiple demons, quadruple teaming. Feeling like I can't get away from that. I'm trying to find the reason in the rhyme. Yeah, it's all inside my mind. I recognize what happens when evil spirits combine inside of my head. The problem is with me, not with Nora Jones or her team. You see, nobody pressured me, I pressured myself. Maybe it's because...
See? Even right there, he's letting us know, even if we were not like, I don't think my thought process was taking me down the road that they were applying pressure to him. It was him being nervous to work with someone with such a reputation. But for him to put it out there like that, to make sure that he was in his head, it wasn't coming from the other side, shows the type of guy that Harry is.
I recognize what happens when evil spirits combine inside of my head. The problem is with me, not with Nora Jones or her team. You see, nobody pressured me, I pressured myself. Maybe it's because I knew that was the card that had to be dealt. Honestly, maybe that's what was promised to me. Maybe somewhere in my own brain subconsciously, I knew this was the next step that I had to take in order to be real, progress and not be fake. In order to not sit back on what I've done, but to continue moving forward on this run. The subconscious energy put me in that spot so that I could keep the ball up, not let it drop. Afterwards, yo, I had to pay the price. But listen, my fellow artists, this is my advice. If you feel like an imposter, feel like you don't belong, feel like you can't do right and every decision's wrong, it might not be true, it might not be reality. So when you hear these thoughts, you have to challenge these. Push back a little bit, it can take you far. We keep expanding and shining like stars. Nice with the bars, going beyond. I'm working magic every time I turn this mic to a wand. I said, yo, bring the next beat in.
The beat slowing down threw him off. Man, again, when Harry's on the mic doing what he does, helps give you perspective on things. There's a chance that those worries or concerns or negative voices could be true. But you shouldn't let them hold you back, slow you down, stop you from trying. It is, I personally believe it is better to try and fail than to not try at all. Because if you don't try at all, you're always going to have that thought in the background, the what ifs. And those what ifs are what eventually lead to those negative voices on your shoulder, in my opinion, if you let them eat away at you. If I listened to him, I wouldn't be here on this camera right now for over a year now. Holy crap. But I forget what video it was now. Crap. I'm stuck between like Norman Sand and I think it was NF talking about like looking at yourself in the mirror. You know, like if you're always like waking up and looking at yourself, telling yourself negative things like you can't do this, you're not good enough. Eventually that's like feeding your soul negative garbage that eventually is just gonna settle and create something. if you take it and you look at yourself, I'm doing the best I can. I'm further ahead today than I was yesterday. I woke up, I'm breathing. Like, if you focus on the positive, even though it's very hard and sometimes, it helps you get through those negative times. As Ren says in High Ren, it's that pendulum. There's the times when it's swinging on the dark, and then there's the times when it's swinging in the light. You need to use those moments when it's in the light to get you through the dark spaces. And it always helps to have people there to fall back on to help remind you those things. If you try doing it all alone, it's very difficult sometimes to get you out of that mindset. Let's let Harry continue.
To me, maybe somewhere in my own. Not with Nora Jones or her team, you see. Nobody pressured me, I pressured myself. Maybe it's because I knew that was the card that had to be dealt. Honestly, maybe that's what was promised to me. Maybe somewhere in my own brain subconsciously, I knew this was the next step that I had to take in order to be real, progress and not be fake. In order to not sit back on what I've done, but to continue moving forward on this run. The subconscious energy put me in that spot so that I could keep the ball up, not let it drop. Afterwards, yo, I had to pay the price. But listen, my fellow artists, this is my advice. If you feel like an imposter, feel like you don't belong, feel like you can't do right and every decision's wrong, it might not be true, it might not be reality. So when you hear these thoughts, you have to challenge these. Push back a little bit, it could take you far. We keep expanding and shining like stars. Nice with the bars, going beyond. I'm working magic every time I turn this mic to a wand. I said, yo, bring the next beat in. Flow, stay pod, speaking on places we've been. Yeah, turn it up loud, keep the speakers blaring. Improvising my art just like I'm Keith Haring. What? Yeah, put the writing all up on the wall. When it become a deliberate sound, that we ready to evolve. I said we ready.
Look how fast he adjusts to the beat. One ends, he kept going. New one comes in, and his switch and adjustment to it is instant. The level at which he has worked his brain to recognize beats, to be able to flow with them. So it's one of the things he needs to focus on, the lead. Like, it's just automatic. It's instinct at this point. So he could just expand his focus on everything else. Right now, he's not having words thrown at him, so it's not, doesn't have that difficult aspect in it. But he's still doing it off the top of the dome. Most of this is with his eyes closed. He can't be reading something with his eyes closed.
I said we ready. I said we got wild styles like Fab Five Freddy. We about to paint the train with the Campbell soup can. Reinventing myself, feel like a new man. Peace to all the street artists. Y'all know we can understand, no doubt. Do 100 paintings and hand them out. Don't need no price tag. Y'all know that this art is free. Freestyle artistry, a part of me. It ain't hard to see. Get it out to the people. Ain't no price tag that could ever equal what can happen when you lift somebody's spirit. We lift them up with paintings, and we lift them up with lyrics, and we lift them up with melodies, we lift them up with photos, and we lift them up with videos that's seen around the global. Mack be going postal, delivering like I'm UPS. When they become a deliverance right over the mental, they know that I'm truly fresh. From here to Budapest, getting props worldwide. I started waving this music, so ride the curl tide. We keep it in motion, no one's killing my dream. When did I start building a team? Well, first I had to make sure that I was doing right. First I had to go outside and live an exceptional life. First I had to do something. What's the point of websites if you ain't making efforts in the world? Dead right, ain't no purpose at all. Have to let it organically evolve. The biggest problem first has to be solved. And the biggest problem, or better yet, the biggest obstacle is learning how to do something people think is impossible. Once you do that, well, you don't have to try to blow. All you have to do in that moment be undeniable. It'll happen on its own bit by bit. First I had to go out and learn how to spit. And that took multiple decades, but now we are here. Now it opens up, I see the path more clear. Haven't solved it, haven't checked checked it off my list, you never will. Cause for the rest of my life, I'll develop my skill. This is how we build, brick by brick, incrementally. Essentially, I must expand mentally. So it's not something that you flip like a switch. It's not binary, cause I look in the mirror today like I'm a try-Harry. I'ma poke holes in this style, not in a way that's mean, in a way that can help me get more clean with lyrical schemes. Focus on my weakness when I'm practicing. Can't be freestyling with no average men. Have to bring the savages in. I'm back once again to blend my lyrics with the instrumental. Go against the trend, going places that are new. I'm kicking something true. I'm spreading like a sickness, contagious like the...
He's got the beat on lock. I love watching his hands moving because you can see him keeping the pace in his head with his hand. I do it too. I don't know if it's from watching Harry videos or just something I've always done, and watching Harry do it made me notice I do it. But I think it's a lot of singers kind of do it too. Like if you just watch, they have some sort of movement that helps them keep the beat, just in case it drops. But again, always with the positive, like poking holes in Harry's style, but not in a negative way. He's just trying to make the flow cleaner, challenging himself. If you're doing what you love, that is the best way to look at it, I think. Because yeah, there's usually no end. Like even if no matter what it is, work, school, anything, like there's no real end to the learning process unless you are getting lazy or complacent, and or there's no drive, because there's no benefit to pushing yourself that far, because it's not going to get noticed or rewarded, and putting that kind of wear and tear on your body or your mind might not be worth the potential outcome, whether it's financial or whatever the case may be. But if it's doing something that you have passion for, something that makes you feel better, putting more effort into it doesn't feel like work. Like once I got this, like the more I get put into place in like a system with the channel and stuff, the less any of this feels like work. It is energy draining to be recording and try and be as entertaining as possible while being myself. But it's different than how it was when I started coming home and recording while sitting on my bed, to now I have a chair and a desk and a badass backdrop. Amazing people who follow and support the channel. I don't know. When you're doing that stuff for something that you're passionate about, it's just got a different feel to it than just doing it because you feel like you have to. I guess that's a short way of saying that long-winded statement I was going through. Let's let Harry continue.
My weakness when I'm practicing. Can't be freestyling with no average men. Have to bring the savages in. I'm back once again to blend my lyrics with the instrumental. Go against the trend, going places that are new. I'm kicking something true. I'm spreading like a sickness, contagious like the flu. And I'll be hitting you wherever y'all are listening from. Flow state, y'all be getting it done. You know the deal right now. Keep it real right now. When I'm rhyming, my truth will be revealed right now. And when I spit like this, it's straight from the soul. I must embrace embrace the mystery and surrender control. Yeah, I need both all up at the same time. If I don't surrender, then I'll probably spit a lame rhyme. Way too preoccupied by the technique. I gotta let my spirit fly free over the beat. So practice your scales and practice your chords. Then forget all that bullshit and lift off the floor. We going straight to the ceiling when I'm rhyming. I go 8, episode 37. Y'all, this is Flow State. What?
Yeah. Damn, bro.
That's how we do. Y'all know what it is, man. Thanks so much for rocking with us. Another episode. We out. We out. We out. We out.
I need to check out those Flow State ones. Almost 2 hours, so those would be in my own time. I am not doing a 2-hour reaction. Or maybe, if it's wanted. That would be separate somewhere else. Not for the weekly recordings. Anyways, I really enjoyed that. Harry is always a pleasure to listen to. Always could get you, at least me, in a more positive frame of mind. Hope you all enjoyed that one. Please click that link in the description to support Harry on his channel in any platform you can. If you enjoyed my reaction, give me a like and subscribe. Comment down below. Check out those links. Join us on Discord and Patreon. With all that being said, until next time, share the love, and everybody wins. Grumpy Wolf, out.